I think we are live. Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure we are. Let's see if I can. Yeah, we are live. Hey everyone, welcome to Victory Condition Gaming. My name is Doug. I'm joined tonight by my very lovely and gracious wife, who never joins me on my channel. But this is my wife Amanda. We are big Walking Dead fans. We're big fans of the show. I've read some of the comics. I've not read all of the comics, unfortunately. So, when we heard that there was a miniatures Walking Dead game, we got really excited, or at least I got really excited, and then I kind of forced it on my wife to try this out, just because I think it's a really kind of a neat game by Mantic Games. This, of course, was a successful Kickstarter. This made a lot of money for them, and which it should, because it's a very, very what's the word? Popular IP. So this is actually based on just the comic book. It is not based on the TV series at all. Although you will see characters that, of course, are in both universes. The way this game sets up is you can play this solo. You can also play it PvP. You build a team of so many points. The characters are so many points. Their equipment is so many points. And basically you do X amount of points versus X amount of points. And then there are different objectives that you try to accomplish. With this scenario, what we're going to do is we are going to try to survive all the way up to the 18 threat level, because once the threat level hits 18, that's game over. Whoever has the most search tokens wins in this scenario, and then we're going to have to try to avoid the walkers and everything. And yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Let me see if there's anybody joining us on the chat. If you have any questions along the way, feel free to leave a question in the chat. I'm going to be following that. I will preface this by saying we went through this last night. We played this through last night. We are not rules experts by any means. This is going to be just hopefully it's a good way for you folks to see how the game plays, see if it's something that you're going to be interested in, and see if it's something that, maybe if you're a fan of either miniatures games or if you're a fan of Walking Dead, maybe you'll want to pick it up. Right, Amanda?
Yes, Doug.
All right. So, without further ado, Amanda, would you care to tell folks what your team is?
My team is Carl Grimes and Rick Grimes.
So Coral is he's a 12-point character, and he is sporting a 22 revolver, which gives you a little more dice to use for range attacks if you want to do range attacks. That is going to cause mayhem, and we'll explain what mayhem does once that happens. He also has Carl's lucky hat, which is, of course, Rick's police officer hat. What does the lucky hat do?
The lucky hat gives Carl a little bit more chance at life. So Each time Carl's health is reduced to 0 points, you roll a red die. Or, no, the black die.
The black die.
The black die. If you get the symbol of the sheriff's badge, then he's restored to 1 health point. If you roll a blank, then he's just dead.
He's just dead. So it kind of gives him an opportunity to come back, even when he kind of is on his last, and he might be able to come back on his last leg. Now, Rick has his 9mm pistol. That's just a really great ranged attack, and of course it causes mayhem. Mayhem pretty much draws all the walkers within 10 inches closer to you. They shamble 6 inches closer to you. On the other hand, my team is going to be Derek. He's our leader. Also, wait a minute. Your Rick has a leader ability. What does his leader ability say? It's a stay calm ability.
Rick may perform this in place of a hold your nerve action. You roll the red die and reduce the threat level by that many points.
Okay. So basically these there's different colored die that you use, and if you roll one of these, you can reduce the threat level by 1 or 2, or none at all, depending on if you roll blank. As you'll see, is once this game goes on, the more rounds that go, the threat level increases, and the way the threat level is determines like how potent the zombies are, or so basically more bad things happen the higher the threat level gets. Let's see here. Okay, so you're gonna go first. I'm putting my 3 guys. I'm gonna put Derek right there in the middle. So I have Derek. He's a leader. His leader is any friendly model within Derek's kill zone uses his nerve value instead of his own. That's the other thing is the characters also have a nerve value. So once the threat level gets to a certain point, they might not do what you want them to do. They might run away. They might only be able to make one action. It's kind of up to what you roll once they hit a certain nerve value. I also have Sandra. Sandra doesn't have any. Oh, I'm sorry. Derek has a 38 revolver and adds a white die to his range attacks. Let's see. Sandra is a scavenger. She has medium nerve, and she also has a special rule called Nimble. At the start of a melee, including Sandra, she may roll the black die, and if she rolls the sheriff's badge, she gets to creep away 1 inch from all the current enemies by the shortest route possible. So basically, she can kind of get out of there if she gets into trouble. But it's only a 50-50 chance if you do that. Patrick has a scavenger. He's a scavenger. He has a baseball bat. Baseball bat adds some red die to his melee attacks. All right. So to start out, you have 2 actions that you can do every turn. The play alternates. So Amanda's going to activate a model. I will activate a model, or I can pass. Since I have 3 models, and that's going to be it. There are various search points that we have to hit, and if we get one, then we might get something cool to help our survivors. There is a little range ruler that comes with the starter set. You can. In order to move, you can either sneak, which is a 4-inch movement, which causes no noise, or you can go 8 inches, which is a run, but it does cause noise, and it draws the closest walker to you. So if you want to get to these scavenge points a little bit quicker, you can run, but it's a little more dangerous because you're going to be drawing walkers towards you. All right. So Amanda, I want to call you Sydney because usually I'm doing this with Sydney, my daughter. So Amanda, what would you like to do? You do have the Rick Grimes Sheriff badge for initiative. Yes. So we will alternate that back and forth after each round. Would you like to activate one of your models?
Sure.
All right.
So we're gonna activate Rick, and we are going to sneak towards this.
Okay, you're going to sneak towards that one right there? Okay. Okay.
And since you can't do 2 actions that are exactly the same in a row.
That's right.
I don't really have any other options right now for him.
Okay.
So last night we didn't play with more than 1 person.
Right.
So do I wait on Carl?
You're going to wait on Carl. I'm going to activate a model if I want to, and then it's going to go back to you.
Okay.
Okay. I am also going to maybe sneak over here with Patrick. I'm going to put him right there, and hopefully he survives.
Okay.
All right.
So in this case, can I move?
You can't move. No, once you've activated one model this turn, you can't activate them again.
Okay.
So you'd have to activate Carl, or you can pass, because I have 2 models. You could have me move one of mine if you wanted to, and that'll do that.
That's alright.
Okay.
We are going to
sneak Carl up.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to. What do I want to do? I'm going to sneak Sandra up 4 inches. I'm not going to. Survivors do not have to walk in a straight line, but I mean, survivors don't have to walk in a straight line, but zombies, or walkers, I'm sorry, I called them zombies, you can't call them zombies. The walkers do have to walk in a straight line. Okay, and you know what? With Derek, I'm going to be a little bold. I am going to run all the way up there. Now, with running, that causes noise. And what it does is it makes the closest zombie, or the closest walker, I keep calling them zombies, I'm sorry. It makes the closest walker shamble towards you 6 inches. And if you look at this ruler, if you flip it over, it has a shamble side, which you can just, of course, but since this is the closest one, but you'll see why I did that in just a little bit. Okay. That walker is in base-to-base combat with me, so that means that we're going to be in melee zones. So now that's going to be the end of our action phase. Now what we do is the event phase, because there's 4 phases. There's an action phase, an event phase, a melee phase, and an end phase. At this point, we measure all the kill zones for the walkers and anybody inside a kill zone. Of course, the walker goes right up adjacent to the model. And then we draw an event card. Oh, frayed nerves. And basically there are 3 levels on a threat card depending on where you are on the threat level. Of course, right now we're on all quiet. So one model with low nerve chosen by the player with initiative creates noise. If there are no eligible models, add 1 to the threat level. Do we have anybody with low nerve? No.
Nobody here.
So that means that we have to add 1 to the threat level. Okay. Now what we do is, if there's any melee, we have to increase the threat level by 1. There is melee right there, because we did that. And now what we have to do is we have to do the combat for the melee. So Derek has a melee of a white die. A walker has a melee of a red die. So the white die is a little more effective than the red die. So what we do is we each roll. I'm going to roll for Derek. She's going to roll for the walker. In the case of a tie, the survivors always win. So since I won the melee, the losing model gets pushed back 1 inch. But I don't think I did any damage to it, so I don't think it goes prone. Had I done more damage, so if I had rolled a 2 and you only rolled 1, then I would have had 1 damage on the walker. The walker only has a life of 1, therefore it would have been knocked down and laid prone. Had I rolled a headshot, which is this icon right here with the exclamation point, the walker would have been taken off the board completely. So in this case, all I can do is push the model back because it lost the the battle. Or the melee fight, I guess. Also, the player with the initiative chooses which melee goes first. Alright, so in this case, we check and see if there are any prone walkers. This is the end phase. There are no prone walkers. We have to roll for each bitten model. There are no bitten models right now. There's no end of turn effects, and we have not gotten to 18 threat yet. Alright, so now the player initiative goes over to me. I get to activate a model. I am going to search. I'm going to search this right here. I'm pretty sure, let me just double check. Searching, I can't remember how it happens. I'm not engaged in melee because I'm not base to base. So yes, I can take this search icon and draw a supply card. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. Oh, and in this case, there was nothing. You find nothing of use. It's just an empty box. Wonderful. But at the end, once we get to 18, if we both survive by the time we get to 18, the person with the most search icons wins the scenario. So that's how that goes. All right, so I activated him. I could also sneak if I wanted to. Do I want to move him at all? No, I kind of like him where he is because of the fact that he's got that car in the way with the walker. I think I'm good. So I'm going to pass it over to you.
Okay. So we are going to sneak Rick.
Okay.
We're going to sneak him right up to that
car.
That car.
I don't think you have to put him like
that.
No,
he's okay like that.
Yeah,
all right.
just put him like that.
And so that's my first action with him. And I'm going to use second action because I can now.
Okay.
And I'm going to search.
Okay.
This.
Also, if you search something, and you have something of value, you drop that. So make sure you guys stay alive. All right. So you want to draw a supply card?
Supply card. And
no, cat.
I've got football pads, so it reduces damage taken from melee attacks by 1.
Oh, nice. So it's like armor.
Yep.
Very cool. So that would go on your body. And the cool thing about these character cards is there's actually little slots on the sides, so you can kind of deck your character out.
Yep.
So that's going to make Rick even more invincible.
Fantastic.
Great. All right. So now I'm going to. So that was your 2 actions. Mm-hmm. I am going to activate Sandra, and she is going to come over here, and she is also going to search this icon right here, or this spot right here. She's going to get something better than a box this time.
I think so.
I hope so. Bandages. Discard this action. Discard this card as an action to restore 1 health point lost earlier in the game. So let's actually move this so I can keep. Yeah, right there. Oh, actually, you know what? I think you can put that right in the backpack. Right in the backpack. See how there's a little. And if you have so many items, you can actually put them in your. If you have special items, you can put them in your backpack. Your pack is indicated as to how many items you can carry at the bottom here. So see how Carl only has 1 spot, and Rick has 3, and Derek has 3, Sandra has 3, and Patrick has 2. So you can kind of build up and hold on to items. And then I'm pretty sure for an action you can also transfer items. So if you have bandages, you could give them to somebody else if you wanted to. Say Patrick was really hurt. I could hand off the bandages to Derek. Or to Patrick. Alright?
Okay.
What are you going to do?
We are going to... Let's see. Is enough to keep Carl over there? You do.
Yeah, you probably do.
Alright. So, we're going to sneak Carl right up here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Putting Carl into the...
He's a tough kid. He'll be fine.
He's Well, this is early. This is early series, Carl. It's not the pudding, not the chocolate pudding eating Carl yet.
Nah, he's got his lucky hat. He's got his revolver.
All right.
It's all right.
All right.
So that's his first action. So now that I'm there, I'm going to search this.
Okay.
This pile of trash. All right, and let's see what we get. So we got ammo reload, special item.
Oh, nice.
It's an attachment for a ranged weapon. We discard this card as an action to reload the attached weapon.
Nice. Okay, so it gives you some ammo if you run out of your...
So does this go... Where does it just sit outside by the gun, or does this have to go on the pack, or on the other item?
I believe it goes in your pack.
All right.
Does it say special item?
Yes.
Yes, so that's going to go in your pack.
Okay, in the pack.
All right. The other neat thing about this game is with weapons, if you do a headshot, you roll this die, this black die, and you have a 50-50 chance of actually running out of ammo. And if you run out of ammo, then the only way to get, in order to use your gun again, you have to have additional ammo. So that's going to help him out quite a bit. All right, so I only have Derek left, right?
Mm-hmm.
Derek, can he sneak over to this car? I think he can.
Yeah.
He's going to sneak over to the car, and then he's going to search this as well. Oh! This is a lurker incident. This is the searching model suffers a melee attack with 2 red die and may only defend. The attack is subject to the bitten rule. Increase the threat level by 1 and discard this card. So let's do the model first. You're going to roll 2 red die, and I am going to roll. I only have a defense. I have a defense of 2 red die. So whoever rolls the. So hopefully I can roll higher than what you roll, because that way I'm going to get bitten.
All right, you
All
ready?
right, yeah, I'm ready. 1.
Not too bad.
1. Okay, so the tie always goes to
the survivor.
The survivor.
Okay.
So that's good. And so I don't do that, but the threat level does go up 1. So now we are
now in low threat rather than all quiet.
Yikes. Okay. So that was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I can do. So now we're going to check and see if anybody is in any kill zones. Oops. This one is closer to Derek, so I'm going to move him to there. There's no kill zone, no kill zone, no kill zone, no kill zone. Coral!
He's in the kill zone.
That is not good.
Ah.
Now what about this walker? Is he clear? He's clear. Okay, so now we've got melee.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got to draw an event card.
Oh, let's see what we got. All right, so now we're in the low threat level, so now we go under the second header here.
Right. Well, some of them have all quiet and low for a heading, but you've got
this one here
has it broken down.
So each player rolls the die and moves that many eligible walkers in the direction of their choice. Then the white die.
Then roll white die walkers enter play. So what you're going to do is you're going to roll a die. Each player rolls a red die, right? Or the blue die.
I can't quite tell.
I think it's a blue die.
Okay.
Yeah. So we roll a blue die, and we move that many walkers.
Okay.
2. So you can move any walkers in any direction that you want. This is where we played co-op last night, and this is where the PvP comes in there, Amanda.
Yeah, I thought we were friends. We weren't friends.
We are not friends. You
should know that. He was sending
that.
walkers after me.
You've been married to me long enough, you know.
All right, so well, it says each player rolls the die.
Yep.
He moves that many.
Well,
so I've got 2.
You've got 2. So why don't you? All right, you know what? You got 2. I will roll my die as well.
Okay.
I've got 2.
You also have 2.
So why don't you move one walker? I'll move one, and we'll go back and forth. Since I have the initiative, I'll
okay.
say that.
Let's see. So they all shamble.
They all shamble 6 inches.
So we are going to...
Now remember, any obstacle, they move in a straight line, so any obstacle is going to stop their movement.
Mm-hmm. So we are going to send this one this way.
No, okay.
Right?
Well, okay.
Well,
where was it? Right there?
There.
So it's going to stop. If you go straight line, it's going to stop right at that corner.
Sure.
But next time, it's going to come right around. Now what I'm going to do, because I'm not going to play very nice.
I know, you never do.
I don't. I'm moving this walker
Aww.
6 inches over here.
What do you got
So
against
now
Carl?
you got 2 walkers, and the really cool thing about walkers is the more walkers that are attacking you.
The cool thing. He says.
This is the cool thing about this game. The more vicious they are. So you're going to have to instead of 2 red dice as a defense or as an attack, they actually have 3 if I remember correctly. I can't remember. It came up last. I don't think it came up last night. Yes, you're going to have 3 red die. You're going to have to attack against.
All right. I can't just move them away with my move.
I don't think you can do that. Wow.
Yeah, well, hey.
No, because once they're in contact with something.
All right.
And I don't think you can activate more. I would say you can't activate more.
All right, so now I can finish moving this guy over here.
I would say you could probably move this guy.
I can move this guy that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are going to...
Well, you already activated him, though.
Oh, so I can't do the same one?
You could move this one if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Or you just move that one. There you go. That one's just going to walk right into... Oh, wait, no, that's my guy. That's a zombie. That's a walker right there.
Mm-hmm. So we can move it this way?
Sure.
Well, does this count as a...
No, that's just an
Okay.
icon. It doesn't block that movement.
Okay, so we are just going to shamble this guy then right to you.
Awesome.
That's for you. Love you.
Thanks. Okay, so now we are in melee.
We are.
You know what we should have done? We might have, maybe, since we haven't really played a whole lot with ranged attacks, maybe we should have shot a couple to get some of them out of the picture before we... Oh, you know what? The other thing we forgot to do? We forgot to roll the... Where is this... We forgot to roll the white die, and that many walkers come into play.
Okay, well, that's okay. We can still do that.
Let's still do that. 1.
Ah.
And they come in on the sides. They can't be within the kill zone of a...
Okay, so yeah, another one.
Yep. So I'm going to put another walker right there. And now you can roll a white die.
We each do one?
Yeah, it doesn't say that's what it says, right? Oh, no, it does not say that. I'm sorry. This says then white die walkers enter play. So that was just...
I'm fine with not having more.
Okay.
All right.
So now we do melee.
We do.
Both Derek and Carl are in big trouble. Would you like to roll? I'm going to roll for melee. I'm going to go first. I'll do melee for me. You want to roll these 3. And then I'm going to attack, because my attack and defense are the same. I might as well just try to attack, and maybe I'll take a... I got nothing. And that's 4 bites for me. Yikes. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, they're brutal. They're brutal when they gang up on you.
Yeah.
Yikes. Okay. That's not good. And I think I'm bitten too, which means that I have to roll for
What determines whether you've been just bitten or attacked? Isn't each of these a bite? No?
Well, if you get hit by a zombie, like a walker, you're going to get bitten.
Yeah.
So, but if you get shot by like a ranged attack, that's not going to be...
I see.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now, I'm going to do the same thing for you. What's Carl? Carl only has a red defense die or a red melee.
Mm-hmm.
So if you roll a defense die,
mm-hmm.
you are going to negate the... Well, even if you do melee, I guess it's going to negate the damage. So I guess it's up to you, however you want to do it. You want to try to fight back?
Well, I mean, that's either way, it's going to end up about the same, isn't
right,
it?
Right.
So, because they're the same.
Oh, of course. I only roll one.
All right, Carl. What you got?
One. So the tie goes to... Oh, whoop. Since I lost... I'm sorry. I forgot. Since I lost my my fight, I get pushed back an inch.
Okay. And I win my fight.
Yep. So it's a tie. So you did not actually do any damage to them, but they are going to each get pushed back an inch. Basically, you went, oh, get off me.
Yeah, Carl's tough, I told you.
Carl is tough.
He is.
Okay. That's going to be it for that, I think. Roll a black die for each bitten model, which, of course, Derek is, and any, if I roll a blank, then I do 1 damage. So I need to have a shield, otherwise Derek is going to be gone. Ugh! So he is now dead. And he gets replaced by a walker. That was not fun. I don't have any items that I picked up, so they don't drop.
No.
And that's it. We then resolve checks scenario for any victory conditions. We have not, and then we pass the initiative counter. Wow, so like 2 turns in, my guy already died.
You shouldn't have messed with Carl.
I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have messed with Carl. All right. Do you want to go, or do you want to activate a model, or do you want to pass?
No, we'll go.
Okay.
So, let's see. We are going to... We're going to get Carl...
See, now here's one thing you could do. You could actually take Rick's gun and shoot this model.
Yeah, but that's going to make some noise. You want to make noise.
It's going to draw that walker away. I think. What? How much range do you have? Like 10 inches? Yeah, it'll draw pretty much all the walkers away from Carl. Keep your guys alive. It'll also draw. It's going to draw a lot of guys over to you.
Yeah, I'm aware. Yeah, so that's why I really don't want to fire the gun if I don't have to.
I'm just saying, if you don't want to...
You're just mad because...
hey,
Because Derek is done.
Derek is already dead.
You're trying to kill Team Grimes over here.
I am. Team Grimes is going down.
No. So, alright, I think that...
Oh! So I'm only bitten if the... the walker rolls an exclamation point, which they did. So
that all
works.
Did you just come up with that?
No. Reptar 033. Thank you so much for clarifying that with us. Okay. No. This is why I like streaming, because it actually helps. It helps bring because more people watching definitely helps us learn. So thank you very much. And if we miss anything, feel free to put it in the comments. We're not going to be offended at all.
Yeah. All right, I think I am going to take Carl, and I, as a survivor, don't follow the obstacle rules that the walkers do.
Right, you can walk around obstacles if you want to.
So if I want to just go over here, I can do that.
You could, absolutely.
So let's get him out of here.
You don't have to walk in a straight line.
But I'm going to.
Okay.
Because I want to get out of the kill zone.
Okay.
And that's all I'm going to do for him.
Okay.
So.
You're not going to try to fire or anything?
No, I'm not. If you want to get a gun and you want to make a whole bunch of noise and draw all those walkers towards you, you go for it. Okay. I'm not going to do that.
Give me.
Yeah.
I'm going to sneak over here, and then I'm going to search this right here. Hopefully I get something good. I get a 2x4 melee weapon. I may reroll 1 die per melee attack. That kind of gives me a little more options with Sandra. All right.
So, got this here. I don't have enough to make it really anywhere in one shot, so.
You gonna run?
No, I'm not gonna run. Will you stop trying to get me killed? He's gonna sneak right over here.
Okay. Alright.
And that's all I'm gonna do.
That's all you're gonna do?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
I'm going to... I'm going to sneak over here. And that's all I can do because I'm not even close to the... Not close enough to that.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have to measure kill zones. Oh, you just barely avoided that. Avoided. Everybody's avoided. So now what we do is we draw the event card. You want to draw it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so we are now in low threat. So we fall under the first one, which is all quiet and low threat. For each prone walker,
which we have one right there, which was Derek.
Yep.
Rest in peace,
Derek. Roll the black die. If you get the sheriff's badge, the walker gets up. If there's no prone walkers, add 1. Well, there is. Okay, so we're going to roll that.
And he gets up.
And he gets up.
Derek rises from his dead state. There is no melee attack. There's no melee going on. So there are no... there's the threat level does not increase. And yeah, nobody's been bitten. No, that's going to be it.
All right.
Okay. Yep, that goes over to me. I am now going to hopefully sneak over here. And I'm going to search this. I have ammo reload. I do not have any ammo, but I'll just put it in my backpack. That was kind of the bummer. But at least I got another search icon, so that's going to help for the end of game situation.
Yeah.
You going to shoot anybody?
Nope, not going to shoot anybody.
You're going to...
Let's see, so... Now that turn went by pretty uneventfully, so...
It did, but I'm just going to point out something.
Yeah.
I have a lot more search icons than you do.
Yeah, I'd like to point out that you also started out with 3 people.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, so just saying.
Yeah. I didn't think about that.
So you have more people to search with. You have more turns.
That is, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Of course, my team is pretty awesome, but they are still only
But you
2.
know what? Maybe, I think what's his face drops his search. Maybe we'll put that back down. So it'll give you a chance to maybe get it.
I'm not going to get that.
If you want to win.
Nah. Just a game. I'm also not competitive at all, which makes it really fun to play with me.
That's okay.
Alright, so I'm going to sneak over here.
Just like our tagline says, winning isn't the only victory condition when you get to the table. There shouldn't be the only victory condition when you get to the table.
Alright, so I snuck over there.
Okay.
I'm going to search this guy.
You didn't want to shoot him?
No.
He's going to attack you now.
Yeah, well,
okay.
If I shoot him, they're all going to attack me, you see.
Okay.
So you just...
So what did you...
I got a metal pipe. I can use it to bludgeon.
Oh, nice. So once he comes into your face, you can bludgeon him with the metal pipe.
Awesome.
So you've got the gun and the metal pipe. Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm just going to bludgeon and I don't have to shoot everything.
Now, I don't know what... Let me just look up what bludgeon means. After winning a melee roll, you roll the black die for each surviving enemy. On the shield, the enemy model is laid prone. Okay. Interesting.
So would that be in addition to one of the other functions?
Right. So you would roll, like when you roll your melee attack.
Yeah.
If you win a melee, you roll the die.
Oh, so it's just an extra thing, so you can get him prone if he wasn't.
Right.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. So Sandra has to move. You haven't activated Carl yet, have you?
No.
That was just you just activated. I activated my guy, and then you activated yours.
Yep.
I am now going to... Can I sneak over here? I can't. I can't quite sneak over there. I'm going to... I don't want to get in the kill zone of those guys over there.
But only the closest walker comes to you, doesn't it? If you run?
No, well, if you're in the kill zone, they all come to you.
No, that's true.
POL has joined us. POL is, I don't know if this is the first time you've probably seen my wife on camera as well. POL just made the comment, nice, first time I've seen Doug rock the hobo look. Yes, it's very cold up here in the Northeast, so let's add some facial hair, I guess. I don't know. Plus, chicks dig the beard.
Sure.
All right. Hey.
Yeah.
I'm going to actually... POL, how you doing, man? I'm going to sneak back over here. That's all I'm going to do. I say you fire. I think you should try to. I think you try to kill one of those guys and take him out.
But then it's going to draw everyone within what, a 10-inch radius
10 radius.
to me? Okay, so let's see where I am. So that's going to be.
It's not going to be her because she's a survivor. That's going to be that one. That one.
That one.
And that one.
So I'm going to have what, 3 at me?
Well, they're just going to go 6 inches towards you.
Huh.
Just saying.
I know you are. You're so funny.
POL says, yeah, I know chicks dig the beard, but it's only because I can actually grow one.
So nice.
POL is... I'm glad that POL is joining us. It's been a while since we've streamed. I appreciate you coming on, even though you're knocking the beard a little bit. And you should know that I put these gray highlights in this beard. Like, I have that professionally done. That's not... same thing with my hair. It's called silver highlights.
Yeah, very
I pay a lot for that.
He does.
It's a thing.
All right.
Let's see here. Doing all right. Holidays are always festive. It is. It's very festive. It's hard to think that Christmas and New Year's are only like Christmas is this weekend and New Year's is just next week.
Really
crazy. This year just flew by, and I want to honestly say thank you to everybody that has been a part of what we've done this year for the channel. It's been a real honor, and I can't thank everybody enough that subscribed or follows, anything, liked our Facebook page. It's just, it's a lot of fun, and I really like the gaming community. I really like interacting with gamers. I've met so many different people over this last year, and I'm really excited about 2017. So I just really want to say thank you to everybody. Anyway, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt your.
Yeah, well, So I think he can make it if we have him run.
Ooh, you're gonna run?
I think we're gonna run because it only draws the one closest to you, right?
Right.
When you run. So I'm gonna do that. He's gonna run probably over here.
Okay.
To that.
Okay. So now that draws this walker.
He's coming up. Yep.
Automatically the closest. So we're just gonna put him right there because.
Do I do my second action now, or do I wait to do that?
I don't think you can search while you're in basic contact with.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
Sorry, I'm gonna kill him. So sorry.
I don't think you're going to.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take on 2 of them.
So now what we do is we check the kill zones.
Yep. And Rick's got a friend.
Carl's got a friend. Carl's got another friend.
Carl's got 2.
No friend. Okay.
All right.
So now you're going to get to do some damage. I've got the initiative counter, so I'm going to say we beat on Carl a little bit.
All right.
So I get 3 die.
Yeah.
You get 1 die.
Carl gets 1.
Well, let's see here. Sinark, I'm unboxing my Aeon's End and going through the rules. Awesome. Let me know how that is. That looks pretty cool. Let's see here. POL says, I find that games bring an amazingly diverse crowd. Last week I met up with some gamers, and one of them started gaming while in prison for selling. Oh my gosh. POL always has these crazy stories. Last week I met up with some gamers, and one of them started gaming while in prison for selling meth. Can't say you find many crafty businessmen in other hobbies.
Okay.
Oh man, this guy. I kind of wish that he had I could just import him and have him be in the upper corner, and he, how you always have Ed and Johnny Carson had Ed McMahon. That's POL's like my Ed McMahon. He's a funny guy. All right, so Carl is going to be. You're not going to get off this easy now.
Oh, well, I have a lucky hat.
Oh, he's got one. Just one.
Okay. Come on, Carl. You got this, bud. And you have your lucky hat, so.
Oh, nasty. So you got 1 damage, and you did 1. So what we're going to do is you're going to at least push this one back. So this one's going to go back. This one would go back, and since it's a kill shot, you get to take him right out. That's nasty.
I told you. You don't mess with Carl.
You don't mess with Carl.
You don't.
Okay. So now we're going to do the same thing for Rick.
All right.
Since
Rick,
it's just 1, he's got a white melee.
He's got a white. Yeah. All right.
The walker rolled 0. Rick rolled 0, so it's a tie. So therefore, the survivor wins. So the walker gets pushed back 1 inch.
Okay. So we've done that. Do I get my second action now?
No, because the action phase is all over. Trying to cheat, I tell you.
Well.
Oh, did we do the? I don't think we did the. We didn't do the event card.
Okay, we can do the event card. Wouldn't have changed the.
It might have, because the melee phase might have been different.
Hopefully not.
I'll quiet. The player with the initiative chooses a walker and moves it in the direction of their choice. All eligible walkers within 8 inches of the chosen walker then also move converging on the chosen walker. It would have.
Well, that's okay. You just want to kill Carl.
With the initiative chooses a walker and moves it in the direction of their choice. I'm going to move this guy over here. So yeah, we didn't quite. And then any walkers within 8 inches.
Well, do we want to go back and do it again?
Oh yeah, we can. Yeah, why don't we put that? Why don't we play it over? You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to.
So they go back.
So yeah, he goes back to there.
He goes back there. Okay.
Although we can just leave that. That's probably not going to be. Or I could be super not nice. And move this one here, and then this one here.
Ooh, Rick.
So that your Rick guy is totally...
He's covered.
He's covered. That's how I could do it.
So then that wouldn't change.
So
that
yeah, that wouldn't
would've
change.
been
That would have been fine. So I had 1. You had 2 and a kill. So that would have pushed this guy. It would have pushed this guy back 1 inch.
Yep. So that's
would have gotten rid of this walker.
It's Rick that's
different.
different.
It's Rick that's different now. Okay. Sorry about that, folks.
So Rick, he has body armor. So if he gets damage taken from a melee attack, I get to reduce it by 1.
Super not nice. Sounds like a code for mean. I'd watch out.
So true.
So true.
And he has the metal pipe.
So he has bludgeon, so he's going to knock down. He's got a chance to knock down some people if he's got a chance to.
Okay.
Okay. So with 3 walkers.
Yep. We got a whole bunch of hurt coming his way.
He does have a whole lot of hurt coming his way. I think it's 6 red die. Let me just double check.
6?
Yeah, it's 6. So he's going to roll all 6. You're going to roll
1
white.
All right.
Okay, so he's got 3 and an exclamation point, so he could be bitten.
He could be. All right, Rick.
I don't think there's a white on.
What?
So I don't think there's a 3 on that white die, by the way. So you are.
I'm gonna get something.
You're gonna get something. Okay.
Well, I got the best thing I could get.
So you did get the best thing you could get. So you're gonna get bit once. So you're going to go like that.
Okay.
And since you're bit now, at the end of every turn, you're going to see if you lose any more health.
So, but this. So it says reduce damage taken from melee attack by 1.
But reduce it by 1. So actually, you don't take any damage because of the fact that you have your football pads.
Now, do I still get bit?
No, because you haven't taken any damage. Okay.
Okay. So then, what happens to my walkers?
So now, since you technically did lose, but you didn't take any damage, you get pushed back an inch, and I'm going to push you back 1 inch right there.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
I think that's the way I would call it. I don't know. Alright, so now let's do the end phase. You roll for any prone walkers. There are no prone walkers. There's no bitten models. And that's it. So now, did we move up the threat tracker for melee? We did not.
No, we didn't.
So we should probably do that.
Yeah. We're just a mess tonight.
We are a mess tonight.
It's only our second time, though. And last night, the scenario we played through was really simplistic and did not include a lot of this.
Right.
So.
I'm going to preface this. I'm also going to let everyone know that you've never played a miniatures game before, right? You've. No. And I'm not saying I'm an expert in miniatures games either. I've played a few, but I've never really. And I like the Batman miniatures game. I've bought quite a bit of that. I've bought the Marvel's miniatures game. I think this is a good system to get folks into that aspect of the hobby. So just a little spoiler before we're going to give our final thoughts at the end. But I'm going to preface this by saying that I have a limited amount of miniatures gaming experience, and Amanda here has none. So that kind of gives you a reference of where we're coming from in that aspect. All right. So what else are we going to do?
That's the end of that.
That's the end of the turn. Yeah. So now it's your turn to go first.
So my first action is going to be with Carl, and he's going to search.
Okay.
Because he's been waiting to do that for a while now.
Okay.
So we're going to search that. And we are going to get...
PLS says, wow, those dice rolls hacks. Are the Batman Minis game and the Marvel Minis game identical, near identical? I noticed they're right next to each other at the local hobby store, and they're made by the same company. They are made by the same company. The Marvel game is a little bit different than the Batman Miniatures game. It does use a little bit different system. The Marvel Miniature game uses D8s, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's D10. No, it's D8s. Whereas the Batman Minis game uses D6s. Now, Night Models has said that they are going to be they just released a DC Miniatures game, which uses pretty much the same system as the Marvel's Miniatures game. So that's going to be pretty similar. It's going to use the same D8s, and it's going to have like the same point values and everything. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Supplies.
So I got a tire iron.
Oh.
Or an iron, yeah.
Okay.
It adds a white die to my melee attack roll.
Nice. That's going to help you a lot. So
yeah.
that's your second hand.
My other item. Yep.
Okay.
So nice job, Carl. So that's his first action.
Okay.
So now it's your turn.
Okay.
Right.
It is my turn. Are there any more search icons?
Yeah.
There's
the one you
more.
dropped.
Okay. I'm going to sneak. Let's sneak over there. I'm going to sneak over here and pick up this search icon.
Do you get to do it all in the same turn?
Yeah, one. I get to move and then search. Those are my two actions.
Oh.
Are you?
Okay.
And I got an old gun.
You finally got a gun!
I do. I finally have a gun.
You can fire guns now. Oh, you had a gun on the other one.
Yep.
But he died.
It's a 10-inch ranged weapon, and it's a red die.
Well, why don't you fire that bad boy?
But it causes mayhem, and I've got a whole bunch of walkers right there.
That's no problem. You got it.
Yeah, no, it is a problem. Okay. So now you went with Carl. Now you get to go with Rick. You want to shoot that gun?
No, I'm good. So now there's nothing left to search.
No, we're just going to try to survive at this point and take out zombies.
Yeah. Okay. We're actually going to get away from this little gathering because we don't like that. We're going to come... Where are we going to go?
I say you run.
Of course you say that. You Run! Shoot off your gun!
That's right.
Do it all! It's great. Good idea.
Let's see here. PL says, well, I'm on board for DC if they have Doom Patrol, but I'm on board for Marvel if they have Midnight Suns. Somehow I expect neither team to be options, though. No, but you never know. They've put out some pretty decent stuff so far, and they keep adding more to it. Especially with the Batman Minis game, that seems to have quite a few different squads.
Right.
But of course, there's a whole bunch of different villains and stuff with iterations of Batman.
Alright, so I think I am going to run, because I'm going to run to where there aren't a whole lot of stuff happening. So he's going to run all the way over here.
Okay.
Which will then draw that walker.
No, he doesn't go around. Remember, he goes in a straight line.
Oh, so that's right.
He's going to go in a straight line right to you.
Oh, then he stops.
Donk.
Okay,
hits
that's
that
all
barrier.
I can do. There's nothing left to search.
Right. But now... Oh, wait a minute. I haven't gone with this guy. So I am going to sneak up. Oh, if I go there, that's going to put me in the range of that walker.
Hey, if Carl can take on...
I'm going to sneak right here, I think.
If he can take on all those walkers, I would think that your guy could do that too.
Okay, so now what that means is that this person goes over here. That doesn't have a kill zone. This one goes over here. No kill zone. No. Kill zone, yes. No kill zone. Okay, so since it's in melee, you... we have to draw the event card first.
Yep, sorry. It this time.
When we're at low, each player moves one eligible walker towards the nearest survivor. So you have initiative, so you can move a walker towards the nearest survivor.
Alright, well, we're going to move this one there.
Okay. I'm going to move this one there.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Let's take out some walkers.
All right, so now what we do is draw the event card. If there are any melee, increase the threat level by 1.
And there is, so we're going up.
Correct. And player with initiative chooses the order in which melees are resolved.
Really doesn't matter. Alright, we'll just take turns.
Okay.
We'll have your
Sandra.
threesome down there.
Okay. It's not that kind of channel, Amanda.
Didn't mean it that way.
Okay, so I am going to roll a... You know what? I don't know if I want to... I think I'm just going to roll defense die. Defense means that I can't take out any walkers, but it's going to prevent me from getting any wounds if I roll the right amount. And then you have how many? You have
3.
3, yep. So I'm going to roll my defense. 1, 1.
Nice.
So since it's a tie, I won. Pushes this one back an inch. Pushes this one back an inch. Just like that. Alright, so what do you want to do next?
So, we'll see what's going on with Carl next.
Okay, Carl has a walker, so he's just 1 red die.
So he's got 1 red die, and he adds a white die to his...
Right.
So he's got
so
that.
Red and white. Okay, here we go. 0. Okay, so I had 0, you have 1.
Mm-hmm.
So what that does is that pushes him back, and then he goes down prone. So you've killed him.
He could still get up.
He could still get back up. It wasn't a headshot.
Okay.
Okay. So now do we want to do that with the same thing with this guy?
Yep.
I've got melee, which is a white, and then I got a baseball bat, which is a red. I'm going to then roll. I've got 3,
and
so that pushes her back 1 inch, and she goes prone. Hopefully she doesn't get back up.
Alright, and then we've got Rick.
We've got Rick.
He's got his pads on.
Yep.
And he's got his melee.
Okay. 0.
He's got 2.
2. Okay, so what that does, that pushes him back and makes him go prone.
Okay.
Alright. That's it for that. Now we roll for each prone walker. You want to roll for this one? If you roll a shield, it stands back up.
And up it goes.
Roll for that one?
Roll for Carl's. And another shield.
Oh, POL. POL says, speaking of which kind of channel this is or not, noticing there's a severe lack of nuts on the stream. We have to kind of class up the channel a little bit when my wife comes on. That's just how it goes.
Do you need me to go get nuts? Or?
No.
Okay?
We're okay. So we haven't rolled for this one yet, have we?
No.
Okay. No, they all stand back. They all stood back up. Okay. So now the initiative goes over to me. I think, oh, there's a walker right there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sneak over here, get out of the way, and that's all I can do. Oh, I could hold my nerve. That is one thing that we can do. So we can kind of try to bring the threat level down if we wanted to. I don't think I want to do that, though. Because the whole end of the scenario is if if I remember this right, is that we have to have the most at the end.
Is it based just on most items?
The winner is the player who holds the most supply counters when the threat tracker reaches maximum. If either player is wiped out before this happens, their opponent wins by default. If both players have the same number of counters, the game is a draw. So we can just play till like, I don't know if you want to play till 18. It's gonna make it go quite long. But yeah, yeah, it's up to you. However you want to do it.
This is your jam, babe.
I know.
What do you want to do? Okay, well, in any case, Carl's gonna... No, who are we gonna move? We're gonna move Rick. We'll move him.
AK Paradox, thank you so much for the follow. Since Sinark, thank you so much for the follow as well. We try to stream on Wednesday nights. We haven't been lately very much, but we are trying to get back in the habit of streaming on Wednesday nights, usually around 7. With the holidays, it was getting kind of hard to stream. I am in the process of trying to stream some Star Wars Destiny for a couple stores in state, and probably some other events, which I cannot speak of just yet.
We're just gonna run. We're gonna run over here.
Okay. So that's going to pull the nearest walker, which is that guy right there. He's going to go 6 inches.
Oh, just 6 inches?
Yeah, just 6
Sorry.
inches. Just 6 inches.
What?
Just 6 inches.
Get the shamble going.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be
Pretty
fine.
close.
We'll end up in the kill zone and we'll fight him again.
Sandra is going to... She's going to sneak over here, I think. Okay. And now what we do is we do... Oh, I'm sorry. It's Carl's turn, isn't it?
It is.
Sorry.
Yes. Carl's gonna... Where are we? Where are we? I'm just gonna have him... I'm just gonna sneak over here.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to try to take out some walkers.
That's probably a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now the event phase, let's see here. We're going to see if we have any walkers in kill zones. There's one right there.
Got one right here.
One right there. Okay, so now we draw the event card.
And we're still in the low threat. So each player moves one eligible walker
in the direction of their choice. Since I have the initiative, I get to choose the walker.
It also says each player moves.
I know, but we're going by... I know. I'm just saying, since I have the initiative, I get to choose the first walker.
Oh, first walker, yes. You just said you get to choose
Sorry.
the walker. Oh, you're going to try tag team Carl?
Not that kind of channel, Amanda.
Well, you know.
Oh wait, they have to. It has to roll. It has to go in a straight line, so it's gonna donk this car if I move him that way. What about if I move him this way? It still donks the car. That at least gets them out of my way. So I'm actually going to move this walker over to there. Now you get to move a walker.
Yeah?
Yep.
Alright.
Let's see here. I could... let's see here. Destiny was such... let's see here. Fuel says, Destiny was such a letdown. I'm not a Star Wars guy, but I wanted the game to be good from what I've played. All the decision making seemed to be the deck building and not much into the actual gameplay. I don't know if I agree with that too much. I thought there was some pretty good decision making. Of course, it is you're trying to build a deck and you're trying to roll effectively. Did you just put that walker next to me?
A little bit. Yeah.
I could be wrong, and I'd be willing to give it a 6 or so chance, but every decision point felt obvious, in my opinion. It's good enough. Of course, we're only one set in, so, once there's more cards, it might be a little more obvious. It might be a little more fun to build decks and so on and so forth. Okay, so I think that's it. We do the threat counter. Goes up 1. Now what we do is we roll for the combats. I'm going to let you go with Rick.
Go Rick first?
Yep.
Alright. So Rick's got his melee.
He's got white.
Yep.
I've got 1 red.
Yeah, he's got
2!
Boom!
And he comes right off the board. Nice.
Alright.
Okay. You want to do Sandra? Or you get to choose because you have... No, I get to because I have the initiative. Yeah, we'll just do Sandra.
Okay.
Sandra has 1 red, but she gets to re-roll it because she has the 2x4.
One?
Yeah, I'll just take that and push that back one inch. Okay, so now it's Carl.
Carl. Now,
Carl
does he have 2 within... Or no, we already did that.
No, we already did that, so he's only in
Okay.
1. So you've got the white and a red, and I've only got a red. Because you've got the
Yep.
Thailand. I've got 0. You've got 1. So what that does, that pushes them back, and then they go prone.
Wow.
Okay? And now what we do is we roll for each walker that is prone, which is that one right there. And if I roll a shield, it gets back up. And
it gets back up.
Okay. There's no bitten models. There are no end of turn scenario effects. Yeah. So now the initiative goes back over to you.
Yep. Alright. So we'll run right over here. And that's gonna bring him over here.
Okay. And I am going to run over here. That's going to bring the nearest 10-inch survivor closer to me in a straight line. That's going to donk him into that barricade. There's that.
Alright, and Carl. Do Carl. I'm gonna pull Carl out of this a little bit for now. We're gonna sneak Carl over here.
Okay.
That's where he's gonna go right now.
Sandra is going to sneak over here.
Okay.
Alright, so now what we do is we check the combat zone. There's no walkers, there is one there. There's just nothing there. Now we draw an event card. All quiet. Oh no, sorry. Low or medium, high threat. The tension reaches fever pitch and add 1 to the threat level. Immediately draw 2 more event cards, applying the results 1 at a time.
Alright. So
here's one event card. We're still on low. Two white die walkers enter play, and the same walkers are then moved towards the nearest survivor.
Oh.
So there's 3 walkers. There is a mechanic that if you don't have walkers to add to the scenario, because you just don't have as many, you add 1 to the threat level. You can you have the initiative, so why don't you put the walkers They cannot be in the kill zone of a survivor.
So just anywhere on the side?
Correct.
So put one over here.
Okay, it's going to go right there.
Does it matter what side they're on?
Doesn't matter.
And put one over here.
Okay, make sure you go right on the edge.
Oh.
That's not.
Okay.
Okay.
And since we already have two over here, we'll put one
Right on the edge there. Okay, so they then scramble towards the closest survivor, which would be Carl over here. He's going to shamble in a straight line and donk right into that barricade.
Yep.
Who's the closest survivor here? It's probably Rick, I'm guessing.
Yep.
They are going to, that is going to shamble.
There's our shamble right here.
Right there.
Okay.
And then who is the closest? He's probably the closest right there. So he's going to shamble right there.
All right.
And now we do another event card because it said to draw two.
Yep.
We're still in low threat. Each player rolls a blue die and moves that many eligible walkers in the direction of their choice. Then a white die walkers enter play. Blue die. All right, you get to move two walkers.
All right. Do I need the little doohickey?
Yeah, you know,
it's
it's in
probably
between.
fine.
Yeah, you
So
know.
there.
So we want to move that one in base to base.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
And just kind of. Let's shamble.
Yeah, that's going to get to me anyway. So.
All right, there you go.
Okay. Now I get to roll. No, each player rolls. Yep, each player rolls a blue die and then moves that many eligible walkers. So I also get to do that. I am going to then move this guy through there.
Whoa,
Move that
Carl!
right there.
Carl!
And then we roll white die. And that
And
many
two
more come into play.
All right.
Which, luckily, I do have two more walkers. You can put them anywhere. You have the initiative, so you put them where you want to put them.
Okay. Well, we'll just put one. We'll put one there. And we'll put one there. And
Oh, there's another walker right here too.
oh, yeah. And we'll put one over here.
Okay. So that's going to do it for that.
Oh.
We do not have to raise the threat level at all. If there is any melee, the threat level raises 1.
Hey, well, look at us in the medium threat now.
Very good. The player, now we do the, now we do the combat.
Okay. We got a lot of combat.
We do have some combat. Since the kill zone has already taken place, so we don't have to do that, I'm going to, who do you want? Do you want to do yours first, or do you want to, you have the initiative, so you can determine what melees you want to do first.
Let's do Rick.
Okay, so Rick has one walker.
He has one walker. He's got his melee.
0. Okay, so he goes back 1 and lays prone.
And black dice.
4.
To see if he gets back up.
That's after we do all these.
I don't know.
So why don't we do Patrick?
All
Patrick adds a red, so he's going to have 2. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He's going to have a white and a red. So that's 2, 1. Again, pushes her back. There's a prone.
Okay.
And then with Carl
has got his red and a white.
And since he's got 2 walkers, he's going to have 3 red dice.
Oh, Carl. He's got his lucky hat, if it comes to that.
Yeah, well. 2, and he's bitten.
Oh, dear. All right,
he doesn't roll enough. 2. Okay. So he wins the... You got enough to evade the bite. Since it ties, you push them back. They each get pushed back 1 inch.
Okay.
All right. And now we roll for the prone walkers.
All right.
That one stays down.
Nice.
That one, of course, comes up because you rolled it, and it's the ending.
Yeah, well, you know.
All right. Initiative comes over to me. I am going to sneak over here. And I could try to do a nerve check, but I'm not going to do that because otherwise it'd probably take forever. All right.
All right.
Your turn.
He's just gonna sneak over here.
Okay.
He's not gonna go too far.
Did we miss this melee over here?
I guess so.
Do we want to make up for it?
Let's do it.
Okay.
We'll just leave everything else the way it is.
Let's see here. I've got a red, and you've got a red. I can re-roll it if I need to. Okay, so it just pushes him back.
Pushes that back. Alright, so same thing. Alright, so you've moved one, I've moved one, so now you're on your second turn.
So now I'm going to sneak. Sneak over here. That's it.
Alright, and Rick is going to...
Shoot somebody?
No. Why do you just want...
You'd shoot her!
Yeah? And then what's going to happen?
Then you probably not really maybe bring this walker closer to you. That's it.
Alright, fine. For you.
Alright.
I'll shoot the zombie.
It's about time. People are waiting for this stuff.
They don't care if I shoot the walker. Alright, so I'm going to shoot it. I don't know how that works. I've not done that before.
So you've got
a handgun.
You've got reliable. It adds 2 to your range, so you've got 3 plus a blue. So you got two red and a blue.
Oh.
Okay. And then the walker only has 1. Walker doesn't have. It has a defense of red.
So I want a headshot.
You want a headshot, yes.
Which I don't get.
That's okay.
No, I want a headshot.
But it causes her to go down.
Okay, so that creates hoopla.
Creates hoopla, exactly. So it brings all the walkers within 6 inches. So they come shambling towards... Oh, it shambles right into Carl.
Carl!
This one shambles right into Rick. This one shambles right into the car. That one misses. That one is too far away. That one actually shambles up and hits the car. That's it.
Are you happy?
I am. I'm very happy.
Good. I'm glad you're happy. All right.
Yes, having a bunch of gray on gray does create, and that's one of the things we're gonna talk about when we get to the end. So I did mine. Did I do anything with this guy?
No.
Sneak.
Oh, come on.
All right. So now what we do is we check the kill zones.
We got Coral.
Coral
got 2? Yeah.
None. Okay.
All right.
So then we, if we draw the event card.
Yep. Event card.
It is.
We're in a medium threat.
The groans get louder. Add 2 to the threat level.
Ooh.
Okay. And now we roll for our melee.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. If there's melee, it goes up by 1 as well.
Oh. Jeez. You're getting there.
Okay. So Carl's got 2... Oh, it's up... Yeah, I'm going to do Carl. Okay. He's got 3 walkers on him.
So I have this guy, and then I have this guy. Okay, Carl.
He's got 2.
2. Whoa.
Whoa, so you are going to take 2 damage.
So, I'm going to go what? Go boom, boom.
Just like that.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
And since you lost,
you
get pushed back an inch.
Alright. So we got Rick.
We got Rick, and he's got 1 zombie on him.
So he's got a melee.
1.
1.
Okay, so that just pushes that guy back.
Alright.
Okay, so now that's all the melees. Now we roll for the prone walkers. Do you want to roll the sheriff badge for that guy? That walker. Gets back up.
Of course he does.
Roll for that one.
Oh, that's right.
Gets back up.
Yeah.
Okay. And now the initiative goes over to you.
Okay. Fantastic. I am going to use that.
Okay.
And we're just going to pull Rick out of the thick of this a little bit. He's going to sneak over here, so there's not quite so many all up in his face. And then your turn.
I think we need to start taking out some walkers.
No, then you get on that.
So I'm going to move, what's his face? Patrick over here with this guy.
All right. And Rick, not Rick.
Not Rick.
Carl.
Coral.
Coral. He's gonna go. He's gonna go right here.
Okay. Now Sandra, she's going to. She's going to sneak over here.
All right.
So now what we do is we check the kill zones.
Carl might be in 1.
Carl is in 1.
Okay.
Everybody else is all safe, I think.
So you got 1, I got 1.
So you've got 1, I've got 1.
Mm-hmm.
Now we draw the event card.
Yep.
We are in all threat levels. This is alarm. It remains in play. All threat levels. The player with the initiative chooses a car or other resource hub if there are no cars. If possible, it must be one that has no survivors within 6 inches.
Okay.
The car's alarm goes off, creating mayhem. Instantly, the car will cause mayhem again at the start of every event phase until a survivor moves into contact with it and uses the alarm and uses a search action to shut it off. Once the alarm has been shut off, discard this card. So you have to find one that's not within 6 inches of a.
It's probably, I would think this one, right? Could be one.
Yes, it would be this one.
Okay.
So this one is going to have. We're just going to put a little red X on it. It is causing. It's going. And it causes mayhem, and it's going to move everybody within a 10-inch radius towards it. So it moves that one right up to there. It moves this one right up to there. It moves this one right over there. Donks that one. It moves this one right here. Moves that one right there. Yeah, that one's going to donk right into there.
Okay.
There's no other 10-inch. Nope. Nope.
You know, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
No, it's not really, but yeah, it depends on if that were out in the middle of the board, though. It would just constantly pull them all, maybe in your way.
Well, given that it starts out being something that's not near any of your survivors, it's kind of like, well.
So since there is melee, it's going to jump up the. Oh, and when there's mayhem, it adds 1 to the
so
threat level 2.
1 for mayhem.
Yep, and
1 for melee.
1 for the melee.
All right.
So we're in the high. I forgot about that. I'm sorry. Oh, and since we haven't been doing our nerve checks either.
I don't really...
Okay.
Oh.
No. Basically, if certain models, once the threat goes up a certain way, you have to roll a nerve die, and it creates different things as well. Okay, so now let's do... You want to do mine first?
Okay.
I've got a red and a red and a white, I mean. Got 2.
We got nothing.
Pushes him back, makes him prone. Now what do you got with Carl?
So Carl, I've got my white one and my red one.
He's got nothing. Oh, you got a headshot. Nice.
Rid of it. Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to roll for prone walker.
And it stays down.
And the initiative goes back over to me.
Okay. So start of the turn.
Start of the turn.
Our alarm goes off.
Does it? Or does it go?
It
goes at the start of every event phase.
Oh, event.
So it goes to action phase, then event phase.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to sneak over here, I think.
Okay. I'm going to...
You know what you could do?
Shoot my gun.
You could shoot your gun.
Yeah, I could, couldn't I? But I'm not. I'm going to run over here. We're going to go engage that guy.
Okay.
Your turn.
I'm going to actually engage in this one, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
And then Carl, he's going to...
Is he going to shoot his gun?
No, he's not going to shoot his gun, honey. He's going to go over there, that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the beginning of the event phase, is there any walkers in kill zones? No.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there are. They're in melee.
There's 3, yeah.
Okay. At the beginning of they all shamble towards the car. Oops, this one is going to shamble over here. That's... Oh, but that one's in melee contact with me because it's the... there's that. And then we do the event card. It is high level as a medium threat. In addition, we have to do the same thing as the medium threat. In addition, all prone walkers immediately stand up. So this guy is going to stand up. And the medium threat, each player rolls a blue die and moves that many eligible walkers towards the nearest survivor. So I have the initiative. I'm going to go first. I get to move 2 walkers towards a survivor. Since those are all eligible walkers, I am going to, what does it say? Towards the nearest survivor. Dang it! That means that I have to move my guys. I have to move them towards me.
Okay.
So now you get to move 2 eligible. These guys have already moved. So,
I don't
so
roll
you
that.
don't know. Yeah, you got to roll that first. Yeah, I'm sorry. So
1.
1. So I would probably say move that guy like 6 inches.
Sure.
Right there. Alright.
Alright.
Okay. So I should have probably come over here and tried to just turn that off. But then I would have had all these walkers in my face too.
Yeah.
Okay, so now since there's melee, the threat tracker goes up 1. And now we do our
fights.
fights.
Okay. Well, let's start with...
Yeah, let's start with Carl and... let's start with Rick over there.
Okay. So Rick's got his white.
0.
0.
So he just pushes that guy back.
Can I bludgeon it?
Oh yeah, you can. What does it do? Oh no, yeah, you won, isn't it? What did we say that was?
Don't I get to roll?
After winning a melee roll,
Is it considered winning?
Yeah, because the ties goes to the survivor, so that means you win. After each surviving enemy, roll the die, and the enemy model is laid prone on a shield. So you roll this one, and if it comes up the shield, he goes down.
So you can go down?
Yeah, you can go down.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
There's that one.
I am going to maybe do my thing right there, I guess.
Okay. So what do we? So we just is
I
that considered
red.
just one?
That's just one. Yeah.
Okay.
Red and I get a reroll. So I'm going to reroll that. That's one.
Nothing.
So she gets pushed back 1 inch and is laid down.
Okay. And then we got Carl over here.
Yep, Carl.
And he's got his red and white.
Ooh, 2 and he's bitten.
Oh, Carl, honey.
Yeah! Oh, 3 in the headshot. So that is just taken right out. Nice. I thought he was.
Boom. Well, he's got his lucky hat, so he has an extra chance even if he goes down all the way.
Yeah, he does.
So you want Carl on your team.
Well, Carl, usually, I've heard that Carl is kind of weak, but in this scenario, he seems to be doing all right. I hope we're playing it okay.
The tire iron helps.
Yeah, it definitely does.
That was a really useful supply to get.
Yeah, it was. Okay, so that's the end of that. Now we get to roll for prone walkers.
All right, so we'll do the one near Rick. Of course, he gets back up. Okay. We're going to do the one near
Sandra.
And that's going to get back up. And that's that.
Okay. And now the initiative goes over to you.
Okay, lovely. Jeez Louise. Well, let's move Carl.
You have him shoot?
No, not going to have him shoot. Why don't you shoot one of your weapons? How about you do that?
I'm not. I've got 3 walkers right there that I'm not shooting.
But you're so excited about shooting. I think that's important for you. Okay. Carl's actually he's gonna run over here.
Gonna run over to his dad?
Yep. Because Rick actually has a special rule.
Yeah.
So he has blood ties.
Yep.
So if Carl Grimes is in the same group as Rick and is within his kill zone, Rick gains a red die to his melee attack and defense rolls.
Wow, that's pretty cool. So
I kind of want to see how that works.
Yeah, sure, do it.
So that's what we're going to do.
I like it. I'm going to move this guy right up there with that guy.
Okay.
And
I'm not going to, I'll just
Are you going to shoot him?
There. No, I'm not going to shoot him. You shoot your gun. You do it. I'd love to see how that works out for you.
No, it's not going to work out for me. I can tell you that right now. Sandra is going to run over here, bringing one walker with her. Oh, but it doesn't...
She'll still be in the kill zone.
Yep.
It'll be fine. All right. So
okay.
We've still got some stuff.
So now we're going to... you got kill zones... That brings up there. The event phase. This goes off. These are going to draw these guys right.
See, it just takes care of them. Gets them out of our way.
And now what we're going to do is we are going to draw the event card. We're in high threat, so it's the same as medium. Every walker gains 1 red die in this melee turn. As the same as the low threat, in addition, each player rolls... Okay, so basically, roll a black die for each survivor engaged in melee against 1 or more walkers. On a shield, the model loses 1 health point. If there are no models in melee, add 1 to the threat level. So you have to roll for melee against these guys.
So first, do we have to increase the threat level because we're in melee?
No, I would say that happens...
This precedes that?
Right, because you draw the event card first, and then it goes into the melee phase. And the melee phase, that's when you add the threat.
All right.
So you're going to roll shield for Carl. If you roll a shield, then you lose 1 health point.
Okay.
Okay. Now you're going to do the same thing for Rick. Nope, you do not get to lose it. I lose one for Sandra. And for one for Patrick.
Okay.
So that's that. Now, in addition, each player rolls a blue die and moves that many eligible walkers towards the nearest survivor. 3.
Holy cow.
So the only eligible survivors
They're already all engaged. You move them anyway.
Unless you move these guys, maybe. We can move these guys out.
Like 6 inches?
Yeah, let's move these guys 6 inches.
1,
2,
3.
Okay, so now
Alright.
you get to do that. Each player and moves that many towards the nearest survivor. Yep, that would be
2.
So I would say move this one 6 inches. Move this one. Oops. Totally move that car. That's going to dock that one right there.
Okay. Alright.
Okay, and now every walker gains another red die in this round.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
So
in my scenario, do they get to fight that
walker
walker
together?
together?
Fight that walker together.
So we get to have Carl's red, Carl's white,
Rick's
white, and an extra red because Carl's in his kill zone.
Very good. And then I get 2 reds because he gets 1 red originally, and then he gets 1 second red for the threat level, for the threat card, or the event card. I've got 2. Got 3. So that pushes him back 1, and he gets. Oh no, he hasn't. He doesn't. Yeah, he does go for prone.
Yeah, we beat him. Really wanted to kick him out.
I know.
Dang it. Okay.
All right. So now you want to do this one, or do you want to do Sandra?
It's your. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Okay, so you're going to do 2 for the walker, and I'm going to do 1 for Sandra. I'm going to re-roll that because I can. And she takes 1 wound. Gets pushed back 1 inch.
Okay.
And now...
Ooh.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes. So I take out that walker.
Okay. That's that.
That is that. So now we go to the end phase. We roll for
our one
prone walker.
And he gets back up.
And the initiative goes over to me.
Okay.
Now what I do is... Let's see here. Just want to make sure that we're okay. We're streaming okay. Yeah, it looks good. So we've got that. I'm going to sneak Sandra over here, this barrier.
I don't really want to go anywhere. I want to try to get this guy again.
Okay.
So
you're just going to pass?
I'm going to pass.
You want to shoot him?
Nope. Don't want to shoot him. Do you want to shoot him?
No.
No?
Good.
Okay.
I'm going to then sneak over here. You're good?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we do the event phase, and that's going to move these guys all back. And we'll just go like that. And do we have any walkers in the kill zone? Yes, we do. Move those there. And now what we do is we draw the event card. Threat 2 blue die. Walkers enter play. All prone walkers immediately stand up. So let's see how many. There's 2, 4. You want to put 2 into play, and I'll put 2 into play. I'll put 1 right here, and I'm going to put 1 right here.
Right there.
Okay.
Okay.
Anybody in melee? Yes?
Yep.
Goes up 1. And we're going to do your...
We're going to do my battle.
Do your battle. So what do you got?
So we've got my red, my white.
For Carl.
For Carl.
Yep.
And...
You got a white.
And a white.
And a red.
And an extra red.
Okay, and I've got 1 red. So 1...
Ooh!
You good kill?
Yep, right here.
Alright, so that takes him out.
Oh, thank gosh. Okay. We finally got one! Despite the fact that we just got 4 more on the board.
I know, right?
2 more, sorry.
Okay.
Oh.
So that's going to be it. No prone walkers. The initiative goes back over to you. Okay. You only have pretty much 2 more rounds, and that should do it.
So, we're gonna...
You could attack my guy, by the way.
Why?
Just saying. So I drop all my stuff. I only have 1 more hit point. 2 more hit points. You could shoot me, is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah, you just want me to shoot the gun!
You could shoot me.
I'm not shooting you! I'm gonna chop you with my axe.
Okay, so I kind of haven't been paying attention to the chat. POL says, shoot the gun, Doug, don't be a... He also says, the car siren event seems like anti-fun because of how it was set up. Yeah, I think if it were more in the middle of the... if the siren were more in the middle, it would probably be a little bit easier.
Alright, well, I'm actually...
What are you going to do? You going to shoot me?
No, I'm going to run over here to this zombie.
Okay.
Walker.
Oh.
That's what I'm going to do.
You have Carl shoot me?
No.
Oh.
I'm not shooting off a gun. You shoot off a gun. You're so excited for it. You have a gun. Shoot it. You go ahead and make a ruckus. I'm not going to make a ruckus.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it. I'm actually going to shoot Carl.
Oh, Coral. Okay. Roll your...
Okay. I've got 2 reds.
Okay.
You've got a red defense die.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 1.
You're 1. I got nothing.
Okay, so you take 1 wound.
I take 1 wound. So his health is at 0.
Yep.
I get to roll this.
Yep.
And see if his lucky hat helps him.
Yep.
No!
Does not!
Bye, Coral!
See you, Coral. So that means that he is now a walker.
Yeah,
he gets replaced with a walker.
Aw, bye, little buddy.
See you later, Coral.
Aw, so much for the lucky hat.
Nice knowing you. Did he pick up any? Did he search anything?
Yeah, he got these 2 things.
So I would say that those go on the board where Carl is. I don't know if that's the official rules. You guys can correct me in the comments if you want. But that's how POL says, I'd shoot Doug.
So you shot a gun off. So now there's
repercussions.
repercussions.
That's right. There's repercussions.
Yeah.
There are no eligible... Oh, this one does shamble towards me. I'm sorry. It donks right there. Since that one's tied up with you, it does not move.
Okay.
See how that happened? See, if you had shot me, you wouldn't have had any of those come towards you.
It's alright.
Just saying. Just saying. Then I wouldn't have shot
you.
you.
If you like shooting little kids, I mean...
Hey, I need to survive. It's the end of the world.
Just saying.
The zombie apocalypse. That guy...
Poor little pudding-eating Carl. Shooting him.
Have you seen the show? He is not poor pudding-eating Carl.
Poor little Carl. He's only got 1 eye.
Spoiler alert.
It's the mid-season finale is done. If you haven't watched it by now,
okay.
Come on now. And that happened like a while ago.
It did.
Yeah.
All right. So that was my one action I shot. Can I then move? I can sneak. Yeah, I'm gonna sneak.
All right.
Over here. Now it's your turn.
I already did. Yeah.
Did I go with this guy? I can't remember.
No.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna leave him right there.
All right.
Now we are going to check and see if there's any kill zone survivor walkers. There are. This guy goes right in here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the walker also, anybody who goes over to here, we're going to do that. That guy's going to shamble towards the car, of course. And now we do the event card. Each player rolls a blue die and moves that many eligible walkers in the direction of their choice. Then blue die walkers enter play. So we roll 2 of these and then move that many eligible walkers. So you have the initiative, so why don't you...
1.
So you have two eligible walkers. 4 eligible walkers. So why don't you move 4 eligible walkers in the direction of your choice.
Alright.
This Carl arm thing is kind of
1.
Somebody's going to donk into that barrier.
2.
Yep.
I'm just going to end up going back there. 3. And just 4.
Okay. I'm going to roll 2. What is it? Each player rolls 2. Oops. I'm going to roll 2 of these blue die. So 4 walkers. Let's just move them. 6 inches. 6 inches. 6 inches. 6 inches.
Okay.
Okay. There's melee going on.
Yep.
So now
we're going to do our melee.
Now we're going to do your melee. So I've got 3 red.
Okay. So Rick's got his white one here.
2.
2.
So it's going to push both these guys back.
Back 1. And then can I bludgeon? I want to bludgeon.
Okay.
Yeah. So I roll the white one, right?
No, you roll the sheriff's badge.
Oh, sheriff's badge.
Nope.
And I got a...
What about this one?
Oh, I get 2 chances. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay. So now we roll for the prone walkers.
So we got 2 of them now.
2 of them, so why don't you roll for that one?
And he gets back up. And that one stays down.
You okay?
Alright.
This ship goes over to me. Shuffling these event cards because we've used them all already. Okay, so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to get into the mix with this guy, and then I'm going to get into the mix with this guy.
Alright.
What are you going to do? You going to shoot somebody?
No.
Oh.
Why aren't you shooting
Cause
walkers?
I probably should have. You know what? Take that back. I'm gonna come back.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna shoot that walker right there.
Alright, shoot it.
So I've got 2 reds. He's got 1 red.
Oh, yeah.
He's got 1 red.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he comes off the board. That causes mayhem. He's going to come over there, donk into the car. That guy's already attached. That is going to move this guy up a little bit. He's out of range, right?
I don't know, you're just pushing Sandra down there with the ruler.
Fine then. We'll move her. It's fine. Whatever. And donk into the barrier there.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright. I'm just gonna... I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna... I'm gonna... I'm gonna sneak over here, I think.
You're going to try to run and try to get those... You could run and... Oh, but that would probably move
That's
that.
gonna move that one to me. I don't want to do that right now.
Okay, how did that barrier get sideways like that? I don't know.
Okay.
So now the event phase starts. We're going to check any kill zones. Not there. We are going to move all of these walkers back here. Because the car alarm's going off. And now we draw an event card. It is players move all eligible walkers in the direction of their choice, and then then you roll 2 blue, and it adds that many walkers to the game. So I'm going to move this guy over to here. Oh wait, no. I'm going to move...
That's kind of really a loosely...
Yeah, players move all eligible walkers in a direction of their choice. So since I have the initiative, I can move a walker in any direction that I want. I'm going to make this guy actually go over here. You're going to donk into there. And now you can move whoever you want that's eligible.
Well, aren't they all eligible? Look at the ones that aren't engaged in...
Yep.
That's like everything.
Yep.
Oh, man.
And then we add that many walkers. We roll this twice and we add that many walkers. See, eventually it builds up, like the suspense and everything.
Okay, well, we're gonna move.
I mean, this is basically the last turn anyway because of the fact that it's going to hit 18 threat.
She's gonna shamble on that way. Oops. There we go. Alright.
I'm going to then move this one. She moves and gets in dogs. Let's just move. Those guys aren't going to come into play anyway.
Back,
so
yeah.
Okay, so let's. There is melee. You're going to move the threat level up.
Bum, bum, bum.
So again, just for folks that are watching, we did not play with any of the nerve, like the nerve rules. There are. Once you hit a certain level on the threat track, the characters have a nerve value, and at that point you would roll this yellow die, and based on the roll, there's different icons, and there's a flee icon where a character runs 8 inches in a straight line away from the nearest enemy, and they can't take any other actions. They're terrified. They can only perform 1 action that turn. Quiet, they can only perform 1 action this turn, and it may not cause noise or mayhem. They scream, they make noise, and then make 1 more action, and it causes 1 more threat. Berserk, they act normally, and then add 1 red to their melee attack, and then the threat level goes up 1. So that's another level of the rules that you can add, and it would probably make things go a little bit faster here as well. That goes... That applies once the threat level gets a certain height, depending on the character. All right, so let's do our melee right there. I've got a white and a red. You've got a red. That's the only melee. 2. That actually takes them down, goes like that. And then we would roll for prone walkers. And it gets back up. And there's that. And so, since the threat level has hit 18, we have both, our teams have survived. I have the most search icons. I am the winner of this scenario. Yay! Victory! Let's get her final thoughts here. Let me see if I can make my face a little bit bigger, and I'll make your face a little bit bigger, and we can get what we need to. See if I can just adjust this just a slight bit. Okay, so that was kind of, it gives you a good summary of what the Walking Dead miniatures game is like for All Out War by Mantic Games. This is everything. This only included stuff that was just in the starter kit. The base set it looks like this, and it has 6 survivors and I think there's 12 walkers and cards and all the templates and everything. That retails for, I think it's supposed to retail for about $50, but you should be able to find it. I think you can find it cheaper in most areas. Do you want to go first as far as your thoughts? What do you think? You speaking as you play some board games. You don't play a whole lot of games. There are certain games that you like. You like Walking Dead. What do you like about this game, Amanda?
It's pretty easy to grasp as you go through it. It does have a lot of mechanics to it but it's got a guide that kind of helps you through.
Yeah. That I will say that was really good. Last night when I was introducing the game to Amanda, it was really simple to just kind of take this starter. They have a quick start. Read this book, and it's only 12 pages. And the first scenario that they have in this is just it's a 10 by 10 square where you have 2 survivors and 3 zombies, and you're just trying to get the search tokens. Just kind of goes over basics, and then it gives you this more advanced scenario to play out. You can actually play the first one all by yourself if you wanted to, and so it really does a good job of walking you through how to start playing the game. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's fine.
I hope that was okay.
Yeah.
The game looked like a watered-down take on a minis game, and everything being gray seemed like a poor design. Expansion might make it better and paints around the grayness issue. Yeah, I think I'm going to agree with the fact that this is probably, if it's a good introductory minis game. Like if you're interested in playing a minis game, this is about as close to a minis board game hybrid as you can get. And I thought it was really good. I do like what POL mentioned. There are a couple flaws with this starter set that I don't like. I'm not a big fan of this paper mat. Now I know why they did it, just because of cost-effective reasons. I just don't. You get a few more plays out of this, it might rip. Yeah, and there's probably ways that you could you can laminate that if you wanted to. I actually have the neoprene one that they sent me, which was very nice. We'll probably stream with that going forward. It won't have that big glare that you see with this setup. But I wanted to show everybody what was just included with the starter set. The cardboard tokens, again, I know why they do it because of the cost-effective reasons. There is a booster scenario expansion that you can get where it gives you 3D cards, 3D barriers. I think that would be a lot of fun. and it would make it a little more realistic. I'm definitely going to. I have that on my Amazon wish list. Hopefully, I'll get that at some point. What do you think of the other components, Amanda? What do you think of what do you think of the templates and everything? Do you think?
I think they're okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the cards are pretty good. I mean, they're fine.
They've got a nice. The cards got a nice, that satin finish. That's nice that they do. They do kind of bow a little bit. So I don't know if it's just the texture that they come out a little bit bowed anyway. I hope that somebody makes like acrylic templates for these, because I mean the cardboard templates are good. I'm not going to say that they're not. I mean, they're thick, but I could see them getting damaged after a while. It'd be nice if somebody puts a nice acrylic one out, kind of like they do with Fantasy Flight, some of the Fantasy Flight games. I'm not a big fan of the threat tracker.
Yeah, it's kind of.
It's kind of wobbly.
Yeah.
And I could see how that. Yeah, I could see how that could kind of get moved around pretty easily. And I don't know why they did that. The other thing that I don't really like about this game is that the storage. I mean, you can put everything back in the box pretty easily, but it doesn't really. It's not really built a whole lot. There is this big open. I don't know, and I know why they do it, just so they can display the minis. It'd be nice if this had some sort of plastic over it. It does have a plastic thing that goes over the insert, but it would be nice if it were just attached. Maybe I can just attach it on to the box itself. I don't know. That little thing that bugs me a little bit. It's probably just my OCD. The dice are nice. They're not. They're actually engraved dice. They're not stickers or what do you call those transfer dice. Those are nice. The bits are okay. They're standard punch-out cardboard bits. The one thing that I really like, and I got to give Mantic props for, is the minis. The minis are actually really good. They've got a good enough detail. They're not like super detailed, but I could see painting these. It would be fairly easy, and they've got good expressions, and they're not your standard board game tokens. What do you think of the minis? The minis?
Yeah, they're pretty good. I mean, we talked a little bit yesterday about how when you first start out, they're all gray. If you're not planning on painting them, and you're playing, like earlier when we forgot to do melee with one of the players, they all sort of blend together. Right. So if you're not planning on painting them and you're going to just play them as they are, it can get a little confusing when you've got a lot of pieces on the board in making sure that you've taken care of all your players and knowing where they are on the board in relation to all the walkers. Aside from that, they're pretty solid as far as they go. The pieces of them aren't flimsy. They're good. They're good quality for what they are.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with that. I know Mantic has had some issues in the past with mini quality, with the quality of their minis, I should say, and where they have especially with I don't want to call them out on certain projects, but I know Dungeon Saga has an issue with some of the minis coming out and they're kind of droopy and you have to use warm water to bend them back. This doesn't have that issue. Everything's really solid, thick. And the thinnest part is probably this knife on Sandra.
It's still good.
And it's still, you put your finger on it, it wobbles a little bit, but it's not, you're really going to have to use some force to bend it over. So I got to give props to Mantic for really kind of upping their game, or their mini game with these minis. It's really good. I did back their Star Saga Kickstarter, so I'm really looking forward to if the Star Saga game has minis that are this quality. I'm going to be very, very pleased with that game as well. That's like a space dungeon crawl type of game. Let's see here. Didn't even notice. POL says he didn't notice that the map was paper. Yeah, it is. It's kind of fold. The folds kind of get in the way sometimes. Threat level being a spinner-style device seems kind of bad. I think I prefer a slider or something, like a score tracker from another board game, something like that. Yes, I totally agree. I think that they could have done that a little bit better. Having a slider probably would have been a little better option, in my opinion, but I don't know. Maybe they did it for cost-effective reasons. Is it just a lightweight resin on the minis? No, it's actually plastic. They're plastic. They're good. I know that there's probably a term for these, but the quality is really. I'm really impressed. Let's put it that way. I'm impressed with these minis. There's quite a few different expansions you can buy, different boosters. There's a what's the Days Gone By expansion, which is adds to this. It gives you, what did I say? It gave you Dale and a couple other more survivors and some walkers, and that one actually has another drawback that I have against this starter set is that it only pretty much gives you one scenario to play out. Whereas the Days Gone By, you kind of need to buy that, and it gives you 6 different scenarios in addition to this one. So I think this is more for like just have people try this out to see if they like it, and then you can kind of build your own scenarios if you wanted to. Whereas the Days Gone By is 6 scenarios, and you can kind of play them out and play like almost like a campaign. Which I think I have that on my list as well to pick up. I did not get a copy of that. There are single boosters that come with like a Survivor. There's like a Shane booster. There's a Carol booster. There's a Lori booster, and all of those come with different an additional walker and like two survivors. So that if you want to get the full Walking Dead experience, you can. You just have to, just like every other expandable game, like Star Wars Attack Wing or Imperial Assault. I'm just thinking of Fantasy Flight games off the top of my head for right now. But you're going to be buying multiple expansions for this game just to kind of build your teams out and give you more options. I think they did a good job. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. And I've got a cat right next to me. Wait, you have to buy an expansion to get Dale. Yes, you do have to buy the expansion, the Days Gone By expansion. I think they even have, I don't know if you can get they have a 3D trailer or not, or a camper. I know that there's one in this box that comes with it. You have the 3D camper right there, or the cardboard camper right there. So it does come with that. Abraham was one of the. I do have the Kickstarter. They sent me the Kickstarter, like the little promo pack, I guess is what you want to call it. This gives you Negan, Michonne, Abraham, the Ronnie Retton walker. Ronnie Retton is, of course, the president of Mantic Games. They made him into a walker, and then it gives you a 3D plastic sheriff's badge and a bag of guns 3D objective token, which is pretty neat. So I did not add that. Of course, I wanted to feature this more than anything else. I think that this is really a really cool. I think it's enough. There's enough here to give you enough to play quite a few scenarios and see if you like it, and hopefully it's enough to get people that haven't been into minis games into it. Is there anything else you want to add before we sign off, or what do you?
No, I think I'm good.
You think you're good? Are you excited to play more Walking Dead minis game later on? So excited! Once we get Glenn, there is one way that this should be hitting retail stores. I think they said, I think it's mid-January. Can't remember. I think it's mid-January. So be on the lookout for that. If you are interested in this game, check with your friendly local gaming store. Ask them to place an order for it because, there's so many different minis games and games out on the market that stores don't really know sometimes what they need to carry or what their interest is for minis games. So if this is something that you are interested in, make sure to mention it to your friendly local gaming store. Let them know that you kind of want to do it. And there's enough here with just the starter that you could just go to the store and this cat, I tell you. Do a demo. I'm actually going to be doing a demo at Killer Rabbit Comics and Games in Williston, Vermont, which is a little ways away from me. And I'm going to have a demo night or demo afternoon. I can't remember which we decided on. Well, I'll be demoing this at the gaming store. I don't know if we're going to stream it or not. I will try to. Hopefully, we can stream it a little bit more. But there's enough here to kind of definitely show enough people. There is also, I forgot there's one other thing. There is there's a Days Gone By expansion, and there's a Road to Woodbury. The Road to Woodbury is also kind of another standalone starters pack. It is meant to be purchased to play solely. You play it, and it kind of goes over this quick start stuff, and it's like a cheaper way to get started in the game. And it comes with the Brian mini, who becomes the governor, of course, and it kind of gives you a little bit of a scenario that he plays out before he becomes the governor. So there are two entry points, I guess you could say, with this game. There's the Road to Woodbury, and there's the core set. So it's kind of up to you as to which one you want to go with. If you're definitely going to have someone that's going to play it with you probably want to pick up the core set. And then, maybe pick up the Road to Woodbury later on, and just to have more walkers and more survivors and stuff. Let's see here. Really the Kickstarter package seems almost like the way to go. Negan and Abraham are kind of fan favorites. Yes, they are. And I don't know if they are just going to go out in that form in retail, or if maybe, because I think IDW did something with their Turtles game where they just had exclusive minis, but the cards and were going to be the same for the retail. The sculpts were just going to be different. So maybe Mantic does something different in that regard as well, and they just change the model up, and the cards all stay the same. But yeah, I think if you're really going to get into this game, you buy the core, you buy the Kickstarter, that little Kickstarter thing, because that's definitely going to add some characters that are fan favorites. Maybe you buy the Days Gone By expansion, and you just go to town. I think it's just that's going to give you enough to kind of let you play for quite some time. All right, I thank everybody for joining us tonight. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up on YouTube, or if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel or Twitch, feel free to subscribe. We'd love to have you. We'd love to have anybody that joins our gaming community, especially online. Like I said, we try to stream on Wednesday nights at 7. So if you are watching this on YouTube, feel free to check out our Twitch channel. Give us a follow there. Kind of you can set it up so that it notifies you when we're streaming live on Twitch. POL, thank you so much for joining us again tonight. We will. I want to thank, of course, Amanda for this rare appearance on the channel. For joining me, and maybe we'll have her on again. She's been on a couple YouTube videos, but not in face. I think maybe you've made
once.
Well, yeah, I think you have. Yeah,
we did the unboxing.
What unboxing?
For Battle Band. Set sale.
Oh, that's right. We did do that. Oh, that's right. You were on that video.
One,
that's
other
right.
than that, it's just been hands.
Yeah, it's just been hands on.
Except for Happy Salmon.
Oh yeah.
I was in Happy
Wow,
Salmon.
you kind of like an internet celebrity now.
Right. Yeah.
What the heck is up with this cat?
Aww.
Yeah. All right. So this is Hobo Doug. Later, guys, and happy holidays. Thank you so much, POL. Thank you, everybody, for watching us. Happy holidays to everybody else as well. I am not going to shave, so hopefully next time you'll see me even looking more homeless. Thanks, folks. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching Victory Condition Gaming, because winning shouldn't be the only victory condition when you get to the table. Bye now.